Hello guys, this is CA Balaji. Today our topic is Rule 37. Rule 37 of CGST Rules 2017 talks about, as per second proviso to section 16 subsection 2, if the recipient of inward supplies of goods or services is not able to pay the consideration in relation to such inward supplies of goods or services within a period of 180 days from the date of issue of invoice, then whatever input tax credit he have claimed earlier should be reversed. The procedure of reversal is explained under Rule 37. The reversal should be done as per second proviso to section 16 subsection 2. What is the procedure of reversing the input tax credit if not paid within a period of 180 days is explained under Rule 37. So when under Rule 37 the reversal is required. As we already discussed, if the consideration is not paid within a period of 180 days from the date of issue of invoice, then the input tax credit which is earlier claimed should be reversed or paid along with interest under section 50 in form GSTR 3B. When, in which month this reversal or payment should be done? It should be done in the tax period immediately following the period of 180 days. Okay, so let's discuss with an example the point 1, 2, 3. Okay, say for example, I have purchased plant and machinery worth rupees 1.18 lakh. Okay, on 15th of April 2024. Okay, so in this 1.18 lakh, the components are taxable value of 1 lakh and GST component of 18,000. Okay, this GST component, what I will be doing is, I will be claiming as input tax credit in the month of April, right? So, however, this consideration, whatever 1.18 lakh, the consideration has to be paid within a period of 180 days. If not paid, then reversal should be done. So, what is the time period? 180 days. If the date of invoice is 15th April, the period of 180 days will be lapsing approximately on 11th of October. How? 15th August I purchased, sorry, 15th April I purchased. So, April, May, June, July, August, September and October. So, approximately on 11th of October, the period of 180 days is getting lapsed. Now, so what I have to do is, by filing GSTR 3B, of October month, October 2024, I have to reverse the input tax credit because the provision is telling that the reversal should be done in the tax period immediately following the period of 180 days. The period of 180 days in this example is getting lapsed by 11th of October. So the immediate tax period is October 2024 GSTR 3B. So in the GSTR 3B of October 2024, I have to reverse the input tax credit. I hope you have understood the point number 1, 2 and 3. Let's go to the point number 4. There might be a situation where I have paid the consideration partly before the lapse of 180 days. For example, in the above example, on 15th of April 24, I have purchased plant and machinery worth rupees 1.18 lakh. So, if I am not able to pay by 11th of October, I have to reverse the full input tax credit. However, on 15th of August, I have paid 59,000, which is 50% of the total consideration payable. And further, till 11th of October, I did not pay any amount. So, in the month of October, when I am filing GSTR 3B of October month, I have to reverse the input tax credit. So, the total input tax credit I claimed is 18,000. Now, my question is, I have partly paid the consideration. Whether I have to reverse the input tax credit of 18,000 or is there any other rule? As per notification number 26 by 2022, it is clearly stated that if the consideration is partly paid, then reversal should also be done partly. So, whatever the consideration remain unpaid, to that extent only, we have to reverse the input tax credit. In the above example, I have paid 50% of the consideration. So, the unpaid consideration is 50% of the total consideration payable. So, reversal should also be 50%, which is 9,000. Okay. The reversal should also be 50%, which is 9,000. Notification number 26 by 2022 also stated the same. Next comes whether is there any exceptions for the above rule? There are 3 exceptions. The first exception is ITC on taxes paid under RCM. In case of reverse charge mechanism, the taxes are being paid by me. The taxes are being paid by me and not by the supplier of goods or services. In this case, as I am the person who is paying the taxes as well as claiming the input tax credit, the rule 27 is not applicable in this case. And the second exception is supplies covered under Schedule 1. What does Schedule 1 talks about? Supplies without consideration. The supplies which are considered as supplies without consideration. Okay, so as the Schedule 1 itself talks about supplies without consideration, there is no concept of payment of consideration. Hence, there is an exception with respect to supplies covered under Schedule 1. And the third exception is value of supply to the extent of consideration covered under Section 15, subsection 2, clause B. Okay, these are the 3 exceptions to Rule 37. And next comes reclaiming of input tax credit under this rule. For example, till here it is clear, right? So, on 15th of April, I have purchased plant and machinery worth rupees 1.18 lakh. On 15th August, I have paid 50% of the consideration. On 11th of till 11th of October, I did not pay any further consideration. So, while filing GSTR 3B of October month, I have reversed 9,000 of input tax credit. Further, what I have done is on 10th of November 2024, I have paid remaining 59,000. So, while I am filing GST 3B of October month, I have reversed 9,000 of input tax credit because of non-payment of consideration. Subsequently, on 10th of November, I have paid the remaining consideration. Whether I can reclaim the input tax credit which I reversed in the month of October, the answer is yes. We can reclaim the input tax credit. So, if ITC reversed under this rule due to non-payment of consideration, however, subsequently the consideration is paid. That is, in the example, on 10th of November, I have paid the consideration subsequent to the reversal. Then such reversed ITC can be reclaimed. Okay, the reversed ITC can be reclaimed. And the next question comes is, in order to claim the input tax credit, we have a time limit, right? Before 30th of November, we have to claim the input tax credit as per section 16, subsection 4, right? Whether this time limit is applicable for reclaiming of input tax credit, which is reversed under Rule 37. The rule clearly states that the time limit which is provided under section 16, subsection 4 is not applicable for reclaiming of input tax credit which is already reversed under Rule 37. Okay. This is all about Rule 37. So I hope you have understood Rule 37 of CGST Rules 2017. Let's meet with other rules or other provisions in the next video. Thank you guys.